The Chicago Bulls may have interest in Clint Capela. Not a bad name, not a bad name. Let's talk about ultimately what this could mean for the Chicago Bulls and how they're trying to structure this team, and if this is even a viable option as opposed to trying to rebuild, which is ultimately where a lot of Bull fans find themselves. Let's talk about that and more right now. Listen, it's your boy PK, Windy City Breeze, Chicago Bulls Breeze offshoot right here. You know what we do. You know how we get down. Let's rock with this real quick. The Chicago Bulls are in this state of trying to retool and rebuild. And one of the biggest things that we've always said is that maybe we don't have the right pieces, or we have good talent, but not necessarily together. We've kind of like hodgepodged a couple of things. You know, DeMar and Zach didn't really work together. I also think that's how they were played. It's just a couple of things that didn't really work at the Rock. But if you look at how we're structured, if you look at the type of players that we have, going guard heavy, Kobe White. Y'all currently at the two. I know we still have DeMar. We expect to get a deal done, right? You really don't have need for another person in that space who takes a lot or needs the rock in the paint or in the post that often. What do I mean? So for clarity, I'm talking about Vooch. This is not to say that Vooch is a bad player. Many people in the Chicagoland market think that Vooch needs to be traded, this, that, and the other. He sucks. Vooch does not suck by any means. Like, realistically, he is not. He is more than a serviceable big. He has all-star potential. He can get you a double-double and get you points in the paint when necessary. He does pretty well. He was a top 10 big at his position, both defensively and offensively. Top 10, top 11, respectively. And guess what? Pretty good big. But that doesn't mean he fits where the Bulls are going. What do I mean? Well, realistically, his serviceable, he needs the ball. Let's just cut to the chase. He needs the ball in the paint, post up, do his thing. He needs touches. He needs a lot of touches to get active and do what he does. And if you really looked at what role he's been relegated on with the Bulls, he's really like a 18 and 10 type player, 20 and 10 type player. Again, walking double-double. We've kind of relegated him to more of a role where he's probably going to get you like 15 and 10 or something like that, 13. So the type of big that we need, he's just not it. We need a stronger presence defensively. We need a rim runner. We need someone who you can put the ball up there, go get it. That ain't Vooch. Vooch is a finesse. I got a couple shots for you. You know, good footwork. He don't get enough credit for his footwork. Vooch is just not that big, and that's okay. But it's just not what we need. Clint Capela, on the other hand, is that big. Clint Capela is the big that we need when you have another primary guard who's going to pound the rock, Kobe White, someone who can set you up for the oop, so you got to be able to go get it. Clint Capela has played with Trae Young, who, again, all they do is set him up for the oop. He's played with Chris Paul. He's played with a lot of point guards where he didn't need the rock, but the way they utilized him, the way that he's been able to run to the rim, the way that he's been able to contribute on that end offensively with the boards, but also defensively with the blocks, he fits the mold of what we need realistically and as to where we're trying to go. And so it makes absolute sense for us to be trying to be in contention to get that type of player because it is exactly what we need. Now, what does that mean for Vooch? Don't know. What does that mean for Andre Drummond? I actually have another video that coming out where it actually talks about Andre Drummond not really going to be looking to be with the Chicago Bulls. And again, how we utilize him is a little different. But bringing up that name, you get to see the variance. You get to see that when we had Drummond, if he could just stay out of foul trouble, we locked and loaded. We can run with that. He could run the floor. You could throw it up. He could get busy above the rim, and he's a rebounding machine. But he could never stay on the floor. He always had a lot of fouls. I think they really ref him a lot differently because of his size. I think he's that mix of that very old school big that they really they police heavily now. I don't know why, but they just do. But you can see Clint Capela being a mix of the two. Andre Drummond wasn't going to give you 25 points, 20 points. Not the same way Vooch was going to get you. And Vooch was not going to sit there and stick defense like Andre Drummond does. Clint Capela's right in the middle. He gonna get you the rebounds and the blocks that you want from Drummond, and he can run the rim and stay out and knows where to be like you would want with Vooch. I think this is a happy medium for it. But let me hear your thoughts. What do you think the Bulls should do? Is this a viable pickup? Does this mean that we're shipping Vooch out, or is this just another? Is this one of those things where maybe we start him at the 5 and Vooch at the 4 because we really don't have a 4, and I like Vooch at the 4 if I'm being honest. What are your thoughts? Whether it's love, whether it's hate, put it in the chat. I'll be in there with you. Till next time. Peace.